And today, because I don't know whether you've noticed, it's kind of Black Friday coming up. And unless you haven't been hit over the head with a Black Friday sales sign, everyone is going hell for leather on it, including lots and lots of small businesses as well. So what I wanted to do today was to kind of do a bit of a roundup for what different brands, different people are doing in terms of tactics for marketing for Black Friday, and then allow you guys to obviously ask me any questions as we go. So honestly, just feel free, hit the little button, and I will stop and we can have a bit of a chat about it as we go. So today what we're going to cover is how you can use eye-catching video content to set you apart from the others. Now, others being competitors, other being other people. It's a very busy space at the moment. Everyone's on social media. Everyone's being bombarded by Black Friday emails, Black Friday messages, WhatsApps, everything. So how you can kind of create exciting video content, collaborations, how that works on social media. And this is going to be a slightly different thing than you are probably expecting me to talk about in terms of collaborations. Humor and memes and how you can use them over Black Friday to create engagement and actually raise awareness as well of what you're doing. And then creating FOMO, that kind of fear of missing out, and exclusivity. How can you drive people to want to do it right this second rather than waiting, or, just wait until actual Friday or wait until, the deals have come up, that kind of thing. You want them to act now. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So for those of you who haven't seen the Maybe dashboard yet, so this is the Maybe dashboard, and everyone has access to this for free. All you need to do is to hop in and add in your business, and then when you come in, on the top left here, you'll see this is this is your content. So you can schedule in your content across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can also reply back to anyone commenting on all of your posts, rather than going between all of the different channels. And you can reply back to them directly, and it shows you there how many you would have. You can look at how many people are talking about you, and obviously you want people to be talking about you. So again, you can go back, and anyone that's mentioning you in any way or tagging you, you can go and reply again without having to go into the individual comments. You can go into the engage section. So this is basically anyone that's engaged with you or talked about you in any way over the last week. It shows you their anyone that's ever engaged with you, it shows you their posts from the last week, meaning that if they've engaged with you, you want to give them a bit of love back, and you want to go in and support them and engage in their posts as well. And then you can manage all your ads, and we've even got a really good audience builder as well. But basically, the main thing that we do here with Maybe is it's all about connecting you guys to where people are. People are spending pretty much the majority of their time at the moment, particularly on social media, and we want you guys to get better. So we've got tons of training, we've got a skills hub, we've got loads of amazing tools that you can use. But remember, always just click on the little blue button if you need any support whatsoever with it, because we're all there to help. Right, without further ado, I'm going to get cracking. So today we're going to start with Gymshark. Now, I don't know who we have on the call. So feel free to let me know if you want to pop it in the Q&A, let me know who you are, where you're from. But you're probably wondering why I'm just talking about Gymshark. Now, Gymshark might be a huge international, ginormous brand, but do remember that they have very specific people that they need to target, just like you. And remember that just because they've got cash and a big marketing budget doesn't mean that we can't learn from them. So Gymshark, they work with a load of influential people to support their brand. Now, as you can see, this isn't Gymshark's account. This is actually this lady here. So this is Little T Fitness, as she's called, and this is her doing a post rolling into the @Gymshark Black Friday sale, like with the little eyes, and it just hope you get all the pieces you need. She's trying to get people to actually use her link so people can get a discount off the back of using her link, and then if you use it, send me a DM so that then she can actually keep track of it. Now I'll show you the video and then we'll talk about why this is interesting. Okay, so not only obviously is she incredible, and I mean that's quite a lot to deal with on a Wednesday morning, even being able to do anything like that, which clearly I can't, but what's amazing about it is so they are working with an athlete to show off their products. So she's wearing all their products, obviously, like her hoodie comes off as she does the tumble. And she's wanted people to use the link to purchase it. So firstly, think about the video itself, right? So if you're just scrolling through reels, we all know what reels are. You're sitting there scrolling through your phone like this, and you want something that catches your eye. Someone doing a bunch of tumbles, funnily enough, is going to catch your eye. That's what reels are all about. So it's not actually about the Gymshark sale. It's not about her outfit, it's about what she's actually doing. So that catches your attention first and foremost. That's the first rule of any reel. It's all about, what's the stop scroll effect? You want people to stop scrolling. The second bit is that it's showing off their activewear on a real athlete. She's clearly incredible at what she does. So that is showing off, like the bra, the shorts and the hoodie all in one on somebody who clearly is, one of their target demographics. They do target a lot of, personal trainers, fitness instructors, people that are massively, massively into the gym and into their health and fitness and well-being. That's who they're targeting. So for them to work with someone like that, it makes complete sense. So it shows how it looks. But functionally, it shows the fact that the shorts actually stay up, that the bra keeps everything where it needs to be. I mean, the hoodie technically falls off, which probably wouldn't happen, but it shows you how the hoodie looks at the beginning, which again, if you're thinking about any like fashion brands or, like a lot of the brands that I feature here, quite a lot, what they do is they will, they'll get the owners and to actually try on the outfits to show how it looks on a real person rather than it being on a model. That's no different to what Gymshark are doing. It doesn't matter whether you're an indie boutique based in Skegness or whether you are, someone working with Gymshark. Ultimately, they want, me, or they want you, or they want, the personal trainer from down the road. They want them to see what their outfits look like on real people who would actually buy it, and of course how it functions. So those are two things that people are going to think about when they're making an informed choice about whether to purchase something. Then of course they get a boost from her followers and then vice versa. So that has had 38,600 likes. That is ridiculous. It is a huge amount for a post. And as you can see, Gymshark women, it's like lots of people who have gone back and said how incredible it is. Wait a minute, how are you going to do it backwards? Blah, 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 blah. So people have gotten really engaged with it just because people are engaged with her account. She clearly does a lot of things like this on the regular. As you can see, this is what she does. She's an athlete, but an influencer. So I guess what I'm saying is that whether you are going to use someone that works with you to show off the different pieces that you've got in different ways. For example, how to dress up, I don't know, that Black Friday outfit, for example, how to, might be that you're publicizing something to wear over the Christmas periods. It's thinking about who your end user is and who you want to buy it. That then goes back to your video or your image. So who do I want to buy my product? And then what can I do to attract that person's attention? And a lot of the time you don't have to be doing somersaults. A lot of the time it's as simple as what is in it for them, what makes it interesting for them. So for example, chatting to someone this morning and she was asking me, she's an independent jewelry brand. She sells a lot of like bespoke bracelets, and it's a lot for gifting. So if that was me, then I think about who normally buys my bracelets as gifts, and then thinking about, what can I do on a video to target those people. So it might be that, if it's a lot of mums, for example, it might be my little boy holding up the bracelets and trying them on mummy, like perfect gift for daddy to buy, through the child for mummy kind of thing idea. If it is a lot of girlfriends buying them for their girlfriends, it might be turning it into like a little Black Friday friendship package. It's the same bracelets, but ultimately you're just packaging it up. It might be that you do a complete flash sale for 1 hour only. You go on your stories and the ones that you're holding up, that is all you sell. It doesn't matter. It is about thinking about who your end user is and what you want them to do, and then how that translates on a video. And it's about capturing their attention where they are. So even if you are so it could be a local food critic. So say you're a restaurant, you get them to come down and try out all the different meals and actually talk about it, shove that on a reel. You've still got time to do things like that. It might be your little child running around, your shop trying on all the clothes, again, it's just showing the Black Friday madness, whatever it might be. the point is it's eye-catching, shareable content that tells you about Black Friday, but doesn't actually hit me in the face and say, you must buy my product, because people are blind to it now. I go into Instagram because, you know, the idea is, you know, you want to escape, but you also want to find good stuff. So that's the kind of idea. So stay away from the boring Black Friday sale signs and engage more with stuff like this, because this is where the magic is. So unless anyone's got any questions on that, I am going to crack on. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure we all wish we could do something like that. It's amazing. But yeah, as I said, feel free earlier on to add into the Q&A. Now, MyProtein. What's your business got to do with MyProtein? Well, probably nothing, but you can learn loads from it. So MyProtein are absolutely awesome on social media. If you don't follow them, it doesn't matter whether, you know, you prefer a donut to a protein shake. It doesn't matter. If you want to learn how to get really good at social, you need to follow people who are really, really good at social. There's always something you can take away from it. That's the whole point of me running this every week for you guys. So this is MyProtein. And as I say, they're really fun. They understand, as you can see from here, they understand their target audience. Okay, so they know they're going to get their gym buffs, right? So they're going to show people working out. They know they're gonna they have a lot of people who I guess are younger, who are really into their fitness, who are all over the Instagram, all over Instagram, all over TikTok, all over those kind of things, and they're constantly on there, and they want fun, shareable content. So yes, as you can see, which I'm not going to dwell on in any way, but you know, they will make some little football jokes, though they've made Love Island jokes when it was huge on Love Island. So, but this is the one for Black Friday. Just need to move my face out of the way there. Right. So your boss tells a really unfunny joke, but you've got £0 in your bank account, right? Now, this is a play on lots of things. So everybody has been in an office environment where their boss is, you know, basically told a really crap joke, and you've had to go, you know, or you certainly don't want to make it clear that actually it was rubbish. Or it might be a colleague or something like that, right? So everybody kind of gets the concept of that. Everybody, I'm sure at some point in their lives, unless you're very, very lucky, has understood what it's been like to want to buy things and not maybe had enough cash in the bank to do it. And in particular, this is tapping into what people are dealing with now. We're all being hit in the face with Black Friday, but ultimately we're all struggling, you know, with you know, a recession, the economy, you know, energy bills, all that kind of thing. So this is actually going, you know, need the money for Black Friday, but don't have it. What am I going to do? That's the kind of play on it. So it's kind of tongue in cheek, but it's almost serious in the way that it's tapping into the fact that they recognize that they're asking people to spend money that maybe people don't have. But on the flip side of Black Friday, the way to flip that around is kind of what I guess they've done, is they've made it tongue in cheek, but what they've done is it's thinking about the fact that you are buying gifts for people. So rather than normally Black Friday, a lot of the time, you know, you're buying for yourself, you know, it might be trainers, you know, whatever you want to do, splurge a little bit. It actually is a good way of saving money for gift buying. So think about that when you're thinking about framing your content. If people are worried about cash and yours is something that is a little bit more expensive or a wee bit more on the kind of, I don't know, less on the need to buy, more of the want to buy, then think about it being about an investment. You know, it could be a winter coat, you know, they're investing in it for, you know, like the rest of the horrible winter that we're going to have to deal with, and they're not going to have to replace it. So it's not, you know, fast fashion. It might be that it's, you know, a particular type of product. Is that going to save them time? Is it going to save them money in the long run? Think about what that taps into. But ultimately, if you can make a funny out of it, that's what this is all about. They understand their customers. So they've got, as you know, this guy who in their office, they've got the MyProtein ball, you know, they're making a bit of a giggle, showing basically, you know, the kind of fake laugh. But the last bit is the shareable part, and that's the bit I wanted to talk to you guys about ultimately. So need the money for Black Friday, aka don't have any. What's on your list for BF? Okay, so this is them saying what is on your list for Black Friday, even though you might not have enough money to actually get it. And then look at the hashtags as well. So I'll talk about hashtags in a little minute. Some people are obviously writing, like, obviously some stuff about their products. There you go. People are asking for specific ones. funny, I do have 0 in my bank account, blah, 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 whey protein, please. Now, businesses could do a lot with that. So if they got a load of customers that were asking for a specific thing, they might go, do you know what? Everybody wants this, everyone wants a specific type of whey protein, for example, right? They could go Black Friday, screw it. We weren't planning on doing it. Let's do one big bulk discount on whey protein for everyone, only on Instagram for an hour. You know, do a flash sale. They could do that and they would sell out on the back of that because they know that that's what everyone's wanting and can't afford it. So if they did a flash sale off the back of this Instagram, you asked and we gave it to you. That's why that works so well. Also, you then get a bit of a view of, you know, what people actually like about your products, and you're probably going to start using more of them and probably start promoting it more because that's actually one of the favorites. But it also does give you a little bit of fodder and a little bit of an excuse to give a bit of banter as well back. But people, when it comes to this kind of thing, it starts off with the funny and kind of going, oh yeah, you know, that resonates with me. Then it goes into, oh, actually, I don't really have enough cash for Black Friday, but I really, really want this stuff. So it kind of takes you on that journey of funny, you know, scrolling through, not really got the cash, but I really, really want it. And that's what Black Friday is all about, sadly. So, you know, it's all about that kind of sales purchase decision. You know, like, do I need it? Do I want it? Should I have it? And a brand can then take that and go, do you know what? Let's go for it. Let's discount it. Let's, you know, that's what they want. Let's give them it. Or they might decide, you know what, anyone that's commented, you might just send them one. Why not give them a 10% discount code, whatever it might be, because, you know, that's just that's a nice thing to do off the back of what you've said. So there's a good few things in there that hopefully you guys can take away as some ideas. But again, any questions, pop them in the Q&A. Right, so I find all this content on the Maybe platform by going into, when you go into the platform, you go to the engage section. So that's this wee bit up here, and then basically I follow this Black Friday hashtag. So basically when I go in, I can create loads of groups. I can create groups of, here you can see I've got florists, I've got fashion, I've got food and drink. There's also open groups that you guys can use. So there's ones that are, you know, like, it might be that you want to have a look at shopping centers, see what they're doing. Might be that you want to have a look at, I don't know, jewelry brands and see what they're doing. They're all on there. You can literally just click in and it shows you all of the content within that list. But for me, I've wanted to see what everyone's doing for Black Friday. So I have gone in here, and what it's doing is it's showing me all of the national content. So it's showing me any kind of like national brands basically that are using the hashtag for Black Friday. And then I can see the type of content that they're doing. So again, this is basically how I find this for you guys every week. I go on, have a look, see what the best stuff is, and then break it down into, I suppose, tactics that you guys can use. So no reason why you guys can't go in there and do this yourselves as well. Okay, slightly different one, which I thought was quite interesting, is Holdsworth House. So it's a hotel and restaurant, and absolutely beautiful, as you can see from this picture here. Now, why I chose this one is because a lot of you guys that come on the call are destinations. So we get, you know, like Visit X or Destination Y that come on here all the time. We get beds, we get councils, we get shopping centres. But yeah, we also get, you know, hotels and wedding barns and all the other things. So I want to make sure that I'm kind of covering the plethora, but making sure that it's still something that, you know, functionally could work for everyone. So this is Holdsworth House. Obviously, what they want is to get more people to book. That's what they want, okay? And now, when you look at the image is a showstopper, and as you can see, they are very good with their images. They're absolutely stunning. And so the image itself is a showstopper, so it makes you want to, well, literally stop scrolling. That's what it makes you want to do. So make sure you're thinking about your images, whether it's of your product or whether it's of your place or whether it is of you. It doesn't matter. It's just making sure that you think about the image and then what you want that image to relate to when it comes to the content. And the next bit's interesting. So it is 30% off Black Friday members pre-sale, starts Monday. So that says I'm going to get 30% off if I'm a member, and this is the pre-sale. So let's have a look at it. So sign up to our newsletter for exclusive access to members only Black Friday gift voucher deals. So in 2022, we're giving subscribers to our newsletter an incredible 30% off a limited number of gift vouchers. You need to be subscribed to get the special link. So this starts off by being beautiful, beautiful house, beautiful hotel, restaurant. I want to go there. Then I click on it and it goes, oh, 30% off Black Friday. That's probably all I'm going to read at that point. So I'm probably going to then read a wee bit further on, because I'm going to assume that I'm going to get 30% off. Because let's face it, that we've all got short attention spans when it comes to social media. It's about capturing them straight away where they are. So I've got 30% off. Great. Starts Monday. Brilliant. Okay. This was maybe, this was 5 days ago. So this was last week. So sign up to our newsletter to get exclusive to members only Black Friday gift voucher deals. So that then tells me, oh, cool. All you want me to do is to click on your profile and go on, sign up to your newsletter, and then I could get up to 30% off a gift voucher. Now that gift voucher will go towards a mum, a dad, maybe you'll use it yourself, maybe it'll be a friend or a family member. But if you know that you're going to save money off a beautiful visit to this place, then you're going to sign up to the newsletter. It is an absolute no-brainer. Now, why do they want you to sign up to the newsletter? Because guess what? You become part of their marketing funnel, and it will mean that, you will repeatedly start getting, as you can see here, in fact, I go into detail, we'll occasionally send you other offers and news, but we won't bombard you, and you can unsubscribe easily when you like. But remember, if I've gone on there, I will go on to a list. So I will have gone on under, I don't know, like Black Friday gift voucher list, for example, or Instagram list, whatever you want to call it. So there'll be some, I assume, some kind of tick box that says where I found this from. Then they'll have a little list of things that says, right, okay, Donna has subscribed. Okay, let's send her the opportunity to get 30% off these gift vouchers. Then if I do it, I'll get a different email through to say, great, book your stay now, whatever it might be, and I'll go into another funnel. If I don't book it because I've gone, okay, that's still really expensive though for a gift voucher, I might go into another funnel that says, Donna, you still haven't used your discount code yet. Do you want to use it? And then maybe another week later, Donna, are you sure you still don't want to use it? It's going to expire. And then that is what trickles you. You know what it's like. You go, do you know what? I really do want to, or I really do want to use that, or I really do want to buy that for someone. Screw it, I'll just do it. So that is why this is the power of social media. They want me to go from here to here so that then they can get me to do more things. That's ultimately, that's the idea behind social media, is designed to get you to, well, for businesses, is to get you to do a thing. So whether it wants me to physically go in there, or whether, or across the threshold to your shopping centre, across the threshold to your bakery or whatever it might be, the idea is it's a call to action. It's telling me what it wants me to do. And it got me in with this 30% off. Oh, 30% off. And because everyone's in the Black Friday mindset, they'll think it's now. But actually, I've got to do a thing in order to get it. So there are other ways of doing it. If you want to think about business longevity, what you could do is do something really similar, where sign up to our community and you could get 50% off a limited number. So you're not going to give it to everyone, a limited number of bracelets, or I don't know, you might get 20% off for the first month of the year next year, whatever it might be, if you show this particular card or discount, whatever it might be. But the idea is that you get them to then sign up to an email list, and then you start doing whatever it is that needs to be done over the course of that, again, without bombarding them. But the idea is that it's all done automated, and it makes me want to do more of the things. So this I really, really liked, because again, it was something a little bit different. Oh, Zoe, you've said in beautiful Halifax, #visit Calderdale. I want to go there now. So yeah, if somebody can get me there, I will be there, because it's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, they've done a great job with it. And I mean, look at their Instagram. Wow. So that is another idea. It doesn't have to be about an instant, that, call it what, instant gratification. It can actually just be about trying to get them to move through into a bit of a marketing funnel. Right. I can't really talk about Black Friday without in any way talking about shopping centres, can I? So anyone that's been on this call before knows that I am shopping centre OG, if you like. So I worked for shopping centres for about 13 years marketing, and so I know this well, good old Black Friday deals. And it is really, really difficult if you're a place So you say you're a bid on here, or you're a visit, so visit Calderdale maybe, or maybe you are a shopping centre. It is very, very difficult to try and support all the things that are going on for Christmas or Halloween or Black Friday or Valentine's Day. And the easiest way to do this is through, for a place, is through inspiration, and also through just pulling together as many of the offers as you can in one place, so that people don't have to go sifting and looking for them. So this is Golden Square in Warrington. Let's have a wee look, see what they've done. And again, what I'm showing you for this bit, nothing particularly like exciting in that, and that's no disrespect to them. What I mean is that they just have to do the thing, like their job is just to make sure people know what is going on and where. So here, where did we go? Oh, Facebook is not happy. You know what, I think we'll just go back to the webinar. Right. So here you'll see what they've done is they did a walk round Golden Square, and it says we can see lots of hashtag sales on, and even some early hashtag Black Friday sales. So they're using the hashtags. Now remember, with Facebook, hashtags can be a bit of a hit or miss. Instagram, Twitter, all about the hashtags. Use up to 30, use as many as you like, really, to be fair, for Instagram and Twitter. But the likes of Facebook can be a bit of a hit or miss. But they've added in a little emoji, I guess, make it a little bit more interesting. And then all they've done is they've just put in what they are. So up to 60% off at Select. They've tagged in Select. And this is the bit that I need you all to remember. Please tag them in. Please, the amount of times that I know that you're just desperate to get the content up and you forget to tag them in, but the tagging is the most important part, because they're more likely to then reshare that on your behalf. So say Select Fashion, if they've got a load of followers, you want, as Golden Square, for them to be sharing your post, them to be engaging with your post, because again, it boosts the algorithm, it gets you more engagement, and it gets you more reach. That's what you want. So make sure you tag. Up to 50% off Accessorize, 30% off full price jewelry. Again, what they've done is made sure that people know what it is, so things like the T's and C's. So Tuesday the 29th of November, 50% off Deichmann. Head on down and grab yourself amazing deals. And to be fair, all they've done is go around and take pictures of the outside of their store. So it's not like, it's anything that you couldn't do in a very short period of time. So if you are a place, it could be that you literally just, I don't know, I mean, I'm not going to lie, you might need an umbrella today if it's anything like the weather I'm dealing with. But you just walk around, get some pictures, and then you're just putting it on there, tagging in the businesses, and then what they do with that is up to them. That's absolutely fine. Or remember, the other thing you can do on Maybe is you can add in groups. So as if you're a shopping centre, you can create a group of all of your retailers, and just like I showed you with the Black Friday stuff, it will start coming up with all of their posts. So if Select Fashion has done a post about Black Friday, rather than you having to reinvent the wheel and do it yourself, you can literally just reshare it, and it's all there together in one group. So, and you can like it and comment on it and all that kind of stuff. So just again, just as an aside, if you're a bed, a place, a council, anything like that, you can do the same thing as well. So basically it's about pulling together everything all in one place. And then Gloucester Keys, let's see if I can click on this one. Instagram seems a wee bit happier today. So they did it kind of the same, but this is for one retailer rather than lots of retailers, unless my memory is playing up. There we go. Now, the reason why I quite liked that is because it might be focusing on one store, but what they've done is they've added, they've added in the tune, they've literally done loads of little snippets and then just stitched it all together on a reel. You could do that if you're a business, like, remember I talked about the jewellery business earlier on. There's no reason why she couldn't have all of the individual bracelets or something like that laid out and then just walk over them, and then just make sure that you strategically, each time you go over one, there's a, I don't know, buy now, £20 off, or, whatever it might be. There's dead easy ways of doing stuff like that, where, again, it's just given the visual signal. So why I liked that was that it was coming up and showing me what I could buy, but telling me that's what it was and that's what it is now, and I would immediately go yes or no, great deal, not great deal, whatever that might be. So make it as easy for people to understand as possible. Make it, like, so even like going back to the beginning with Gymshark, if she'd have gone, I don't know, with me, you get a discount of 10% on top of the Black Friday number. If I'd have then hovered over those shorts or whatever it might be, it might be that you have, I don't know, she might, they might have been £40 down to £30. I've no idea. But again, those visual signals would make me go, oh, that's an amazing deal, rather than having to go find it. So again, it's the same thing. They're pulling together all the ideas and the inspiration, and oh, great, okay, this shop's there, that shop's there, that shop's there, to get people down. But it is also about trying to get people to spend. And that's the key here. You want me to spend my money, make it as easy for me to spend that money as possible. So I think that's it in terms of examples. But one of the things that I wanted to show you again on the platform is the recommended tab as well, and also having a look at your location. So let's, in here, I've shown you groups. So you go into groups, so you can create a little group, but you can also engage in your location. Now, this is one thing that I think everybody seems to forget now. If I am a business and I'm in Buckinghamshire, for example, okay? I literally do this. So I go in and I click, so here it says Hampshire, but I would put in Buckinghamshire, and then what comes up are all the businesses that are posting and getting good engagement in Buckinghamshire. So if I'm a business in Buckinghamshire, I want to be involved in those conversations. If they've got good, if it's a restaurant, for example, that gets really good engagement, there's nothing wrong with me if I'm if I'm anything other than maybe a direct competitor. But if I'm a jewelry business, if I'm a mortgage broker, if I am a shopping centre, I could be going in there and liking, I could be commenting, I might even want to reshare their post. And what that does is make sure that I come up in their conversation. You know what it's like, you disappear into the Instagram rabbit hole. So, my business will suddenly pop up to whoever is seeing their post. I'll also come up to them, so they'll like the fact that that I'm helping them with their algorithm, I'm helping them with their reach and engagement, because the whole point is you don't just want people to like, you want people to engage and comment or share. So I'm helping them. So then it might actually spark up a conversation. They might reshare my stuff. But the whole thing is, if you've got, especially with Black Friday and all that kind of thing coming up, you want to boost your algorithm. You want to make sure that you are reaching as many people as possible. So engage, get involved in locations, get involved with hashtags, get involved with groups over the next couple of days, because honestly, that is what's going to boost you. But I mean, to be honest, that is what we preach every single week anyway. I would much rather you spent time going in there and engaging, and look, it would take me 2 minutes to do that, than spending loads of time writing some incredible, amazing post. But guess what? No one's going to see the post if you've not done the engagement part. So just make sure that you're doing the engaging. That's what we maybe initially started as. It was all about engagement. So on the Maybe platform, you can compare and improve forever. So basically, you can get in here for free, and this on the left is you. So this would be, say, your business here, and then on the right, it is one of your competitors. So say you're a jewelry brand, it might be a jewelry brand. If you had a bid, it would be another bid. If you had a shopping centre, it would be another shopping centre, or someone that you want to aspire to be. And then you can start to see what your best posts are, what their best post. You can start to understand what hashtags they're using versus the ones that you're using. Start to see, how their engagement's getting on. You can start to see the key messages, but it means that you can just keep comparing, contrasting, and improving. And then if you want to add any more, then just click on the little blue button, and we call it the little black magic button, because you can add more. So I just want to sum up what we've talked about today, because we've talked about loads. So how can you best show off your product or service? So I want to go back to doing roly-polies on Gymshark. I mean, she was doing more than a roly-poly, let's face it, but you know what I mean, guys. So how can you show off your product or service at its best? So think about who you want to buy it, and the action you want them to take off seeing this video, and then that's what's going to make you create the video, if that makes sense. So if as I mentioned earlier on, If it's mums that I want to target, then think about, what are mums thinking about right now? Well, let's face it, we're all thinking about all the insane toys that our children want to buy for Christmas and how much that is going to cost. So it might be down to the cash. It might be down to, I don't know, like something funny to do with the children and the madness of Christmas, whatever it might be. Think about how best you can show off your product or service to the end user, and think of videos as sort of fun ways to drive that engagement. Collaborate where you can, even if it's just your team. So it is thinking about, I like that collaboration was obviously from like an influencer deal, and she'll get, a certain amount based on how many people use her discount codes. But that doesn't mean that you couldn't do something like that with literally a local football team, or it might be a local mummy blogger, or it might be, I don't know, the person that comes in every week, and we'll have them, they sit in the same seat every single week and they have the same pint, or in your bar. Or it might be the person that absolutely love cocktails, and you can get them to test out all your Christmas cocktails. Doesn't matter, that's collaboration. So just think about how else you can do it. Use memes or create your own to drive people to engage. So that is going back to what Myprotein did. So they kind of played on the whole, like work thing, but then actually it related back to a very real thing, which is about basically people worrying about money, but they still wanted people to talk about it. So they created a framework for people to want to tag in and talk about, oh, I'd love to get this, that, and the other. And as I said, there's things you could do off the back of that. If you ask people to say what their favorite thing is, gift one of the things away as like a really nice thing to do, or do a special discount on Black Friday, or even after Black Friday that's nothing to do with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever you want to do. And then a great way to build your database is a special offer. So going back to the going back to the hotel restaurant, is thinking about actually you can get them to go from your Instagram or your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever it might be, and from there to sign up to an email list. And then from there, it's you do a thing. It might be a competition. It might be a certain amount of discounts to give away. But it's a really good way of you then continuing that conversation and actually building up your funnel, building up your database. Finally, learn from the shopping centres. Put all your stuff in one place. So whether it's you're a place and it's all the offers, you've just got it as a list, or whether it is like a little video where you can show like the discounts and how much they I don't know, this scarf was this down to this. It takes slightly longer to add in the captions, but not very long, and it's all done on a reel. And once you've done it once, you can just reshare it across all your platforms and all your groups.